Hello YouTube, what's up? It's Alvin Wars. Today I have another Halo Wars video, and today I will be playing a 2v2 against MetaloidMonkey and BubbaJusty on docks. I will be playing with Batman 0-2, and this is just a reset account. He also played on Penetrators for a while, and we'll be running Cutter RB versus their Anders RB on docks. So this game, right off the bat, I was just going to play defense because they're Anders, so they're just naturally going to out-hog the Cutter in the beginning of the game. So rather than having the whole, go to the other RB's base with hogs and your RB and just have both RBs completely stripped, I decided to play it more passively and play some defense. I went over to scout his base and saw he's going Temple 2nd, so I'm going to be going Temple 4th just for the better eco. If he went Temple 1st, I would have gone Temple 3rd instead of 4th. Against an RB, I usually go 2 Temple slot, or like 2 slots after their Temple, so if they went 2nd, I'll go 4th. And against a Brute, I'll just go 1 because you can have grunts ready for them when they pop up to your base. So the one game we played against Topher that we uploaded, Metaloid basically invited me to a Skype call and walked me through some of my mistakes that I made. So that really helped me, especially in this game, because I did some moves or some things that I wouldn't have otherwise if he didn't talk to me about my mistakes. So here the game lags, and like right here I knew my ghost was gonna rage down because I heard through my Turtle Beaches that the RB went into rage mode, which kind of sucked. But I did steal his pile of supplies and get some of that other pile. So my temple's going up now. I believe we're going straight into tanks. Yeah, we only have 2 hogs, so we're gonna be doing that. Metaloid did bless his first pad, so that means he's not gonna have grunts, or too many grunts at least. So I'm gonna have a lot of money when I pop out. My RB pops out, and here's Metaloid is going to deny this. He's not gonna deny the pad, but he's gonna partially damage it. And then I queue up a grunt to play defense against him. So right now we don't see their hogs or anything, so we're just gonna assume that he's clearing out a 3rd once he gets some hog numbers up, because he could be pushing with them right now. And I upgraded 2 pads and upgrading my 3rd one right now. He does kill that pad, which is unfortunate. But here I have a grunt, and he's just gonna walk away from it because RBs tend to glitch out, especially when you try and rage grunts. They'll just like freeze and they'll get grunted down, which is bad. You'll see later what happens when he tries to rage a grunt Metaloid. Metaloid is playing the Arbiter, by the way, this game, and BubbaJusty is being their Anders. So there's nothing really to talk about at this point. We're just kind of walking around playing defense, and here's where it gets kind of interesting, I guess you could say, or stuff starts happening, because they're about to push up with their hogs, because now that my Arbiter is all the way back here defending his Arbiter, their hogs basically have free range on their on Batman's Expo. So he has grunt. I'm too far away from it, so I don't even attempt to rage it. He does deny the depot, which is unfortunate. And I'm going to try and get another grunt through, but he's just going to rage run away because he doesn't want to take too much damage from the turret. And here I throw up a summit, which isn't a good idea, because I guess at this point I just forgot that they were Anders, because here I see all their hogs, and this is what I'm talking about. My RB's back here playing defense, where their hogs are free range. So his RB rage runs, and he doesn't see the grunt, and he does take it. So I'm just gonna come back here and start raging him down, because I don't want him on this side of the map at all. Because if he is, he can rage tanks as they pop out, and their hogs can just basically push up wherever my RB isn't. So he recalls when he's black bar, and now I'm gonna rage down to this expo. But obviously I'm not gonna get the hogs because they're gonna be long gone. I'm going to DQ the summit right here because I guess I just realized they're enders. And queue up Fiendish. So, yeah, sorry. I just checked he's on station, so that's almost complete confirmation that he is going Goss, which Anders should do. And, like, right now I'm thinking to myself that we're not in a good situation. We did get our depot denied, so right now we have no tanks whatsoever, and they have hogs, and they could possibly have an RB. But I'm going to rage run up here because I know their hogs are clearing out a third right now. There's really no other place that their hogs would be at, so I'm just going to try and cut their early hog numbers down, because if we just let them stay back and build up Goss and we get a couple tanks out, they're just going to push up with a bunch of air and a bunch of Goss, and we won't be able to do anything. So here I see his hogs, and he sees my RB, and he runs. He splits. I choose the bigger pack. I get one hog. Game freezes here, little lags. Get that hog, hit the base once because I'm good, and I try to get the seller hog, but I don't get it. So, yes, that's pretty good for us. We got 2 hogs, and he has a couple red bars now, and he doesn't have that third base cleared, which is probably the most important part out of all that. So, he's probably just regrouping his hogs right now, trying to wait a little to clear it out again, or he's going to be pushing up. So, I just checked to see if he's clearing that. I didn't think he would be, but just to be sure. And upgrade that last pad. Here I see a hog shot, and unfortunately I don't get the hog, but now I really don't have anywhere to be with my army, so I'm going to go up to Metaloid's base, the Arbiter's base, and start stripping pads. Here I see a hog, get another hog kill, so that's 4 or 3 I believe. And I come up, and I just want to make sure that he's not on a double summit, because if he is on a double summit, then I'm going to have to go Vamps like now, because the arrow be out of control. But I didn't have too much communication with my teammate here. I could talk to him and he could hear me, but it's just that he couldn't talk to me, so he had to flare a bunch. So here's his first Banshee that pops out. I just kind of rage that down because I do have Defiant, and I'm gonna grunt this first pad here. They really can't be doing anything, and there's nowhere for my RB to be at this point. So we have 3 tanks out. You just saw on the map. Game lags a little more because internet's good. And right here, he just flares that the base is cleared. So I'm going to kill this pad and then start rage running over there to deny that base. I queue up Tech 2. I'm going to start rage running. Sorry if I'm drinking because I'm really thirsty. I get thirsty after I talk a while. Here's his Arbiter, and I know what's going to happen. Their Goss are going to come in because he's already raging me. So I'm just going to try and get basically as many hog kills as I can. I think I might have got one, that's it. But yeah, I got 1, and I'm going to recall. As long as I don't lose my RB, we're fine. I'm going to give my teammate a click because I have all these pads and basically a bunch of excess money right now. So the plan is I'm going to go all RB, and my teammate is going to go Wolverines and tanks. And if it does get to the point late game, which you guys will know it will because this video is going to be 20 more minutes long, then I'm going to have to go Vamps. But I believe this was in a Metaloid video where he said that going all RB and having your teammate go Wolves is better against Goss than going Vampires, just because Goss can, you know, kill air. Goss kills air, so the Goss can kill the Vampires. So I'm going to queue up Vicious, and I believe here's when I throw up a shield on my base, because I do know he's going air, and I don't want my base to be getting stripped while we're pushing up with, you know, while we have our wolves with our tanks when we're pushing. Because that's just really annoying, and I won't be able to ever rage because my base will constantly be getting stripped, and then he'll have to bring his Wolverines back, and when he brings his wolves back, then the Banshees just boost over to the tanks and kill the tanks. So, Vicious is almost up. Looks like I'm gonna run up here again with my RB to catch any Goss once Vicious goes up. Probably should have waited for my tanks. As I said, I really didn't have too much communication, so I didn't tell him exactly because we weren't talking. So here, like, the Goss have get like instant shots, and I just rage into the middle, which is not good. I get one hog kill, get another, and then I recall, and my teammate's gonna have to heal me again, which sucks. But I do have some excess money, and I was really worried here because my RB's like completely black bar. I thought that Banshee was gonna kill me because he got at least like 2 of the Banshee shots on me. And I'm doing my best right here to avoid him, and I get some health, and now I know I'm not gonna die. So the tanks are up by the Gauss right now on the map, I can see, and I'm not looking. Now I'm looking. Never mind. Am I looking? Alright. So they drop a cryo. Looks like they get a tank and a wolf. We still have 4 tanks and a Wolverine up there. Cheap Rage just finished for me. So now he has 5, those are Tech 2 Banshees, Repeating Cannon, and about 10 Gauss Hogs. So we do have only 2 Wolverines there though, so if they target on the Wolverines, that wouldn't be too good. I'm just gonna click Batman my excess money right now because I have all these pads and I really don't need to be having all this money stacked up. Like, Tech 3 isn't a major deal. I'd rather click my teammate than getting a Tech 3 RB, or I'd rather get out Vamps, which I'm going to attempt to do soon. So I'm raging up because I know that the air is shooting the tanks right now, which is annoying because air reaps tanks. So I'm just gonna get into regular rage, not rage glitch, and rage down these Banshees. I do have like Tech 2 Rage, so it's gonna be really easy for my RB to kill those Banshees. And they're gonna boost my base and find out I have a shield, so they really can't do anything. I'm gonna take this Expo because why not? I mean, I do have the excess money, and it's better to have it because now they're gonna have to focus their time on killing it rather than pushing or being somewhere else. And also, if I do get to keep it up, then good, I can always recall to the side of the map whenever I need to. So we're going to drop this third base because they don't have anything defending it. I see all the Gauss in the middle by that tank, so I'm going to rage over there, hopefully. Yeah, there I go. And this is going to be a pretty... What happens here? Oh yes, this is... he drops a D-bomb here once he sees my RB. But we already killed their third base, and our tanks are coming behind. So I'm gonna run back into my tanks, and their Gauss can't fight the tanks, obviously, so they're gonna run. So they just use their D-bomb, and my RB is still about a little more than half bar, and we have the Expo on this side. Now these Banshees are here, but I don't want to walk through the D-bomb because I know their Gauss are going to be there. And I don't want to lose too much health in my RB, so here I'm going to be forced to recall to like the other side of the map, which is my main base, just to rage down these Banshees, which was probably unnecessary. So here I'm going to kill this pad and throw up a summit because now he's on Tech 2 Banshees. I'm almost positive he's on a double summit because his RB isn't, you know, hasn't been seen at all. So, I do need to start getting out vampires because the air will get out of control and Wolverines just don't cut it when it comes to late game where they have a lot of Banshees and a lot of Gauss. We're just gonna need more tanks rather than Wolverines and tanks. So right here I was debating on whether I wanted to go save my Expo and rage those Banshees or just stay with my tanks, and I choose the path of staying with my tanks because if I do go over there and rage the air, then they're gonna boost over instantly to the tanks and they're probably gonna kill one tank before. But here I see his Gauss, so I'm gonna go for the Gauss. I get 3 hogs, 4 hogs, 5 hogs, 6 hogs, 7. So I killed 7 hogs in him killing my RB. So they don't have many Gauss, and as you can see we have about 5 tanks and the rest wolves over there. So their Banshees can't really go over there. I am going to lose this Expo, which is unfortunate, but now I'm going to throw up a summit because I do have a cheap rage and I do have like about 700 money stacked up. So we're gonna drop this Expo, and now they're on single base Gauss, which sucks. Single base Gauss cannot beat double base tanks, obviously, but they do have all these Banshees. We have a bunch of Wolverines, though. They fail Cryo once again, only getting 2 units. They're not in a good position at all right now. We do have 4th tech now, looking at the bases. So I'm going to click him a bunch, or just once, maybe twice. Oh no, I'm not clicking him because I'm obviously building wolves and raging. But we're just positioning our tanks in the middle because now they're on single base Gauss. They have no Gauss numbers whatsoever. So we just can't allow their Gauss to come to our side of the map, and we should be good. So right here, I think I made a mistake in the game. After raging these Banshees, obviously, and they boosted away, I think I should have gone and cleared the Expo on our side, the 3rd base that you would usually clear, where their 3rd base Gauss was, and thrown it up for myself because I am on a single base with 4 pads and a summit, and I'm attempting to pump vampires and rage at the same time. So that's probably one thing that I could have done better in this game, rather than just coming up here with my tanks. But I'm gonna keep my RB right now in the middle because if their Banshees come over here, I know I don't have enough vampires to fight off the Banshees. So I see the boost back, so I know his Banshees are coming over. So I'm gonna start walking my RB over there, and here they are. So I'm gonna get enraged, and they boosted over here, dodging signs like a pro. And here's their Banshees. So I believe if we either have PT or dual launchers going up in that, and they're going to deny it. But they did lose about 3 Banshees there. Isn't too significant. I'm going to send my Wolverines over to the tanks because all the Banshees are boosting there. And right now I'm telling him that all the Banshees are coming towards you and you're going to have Gauss and Banshees on you. So just to pull back after you kill that, or if you really don't have the time to kill it, pull back and wait for my RB to come to rage the air. And here I don't know what I'm doing. We do have PT though, so that's a good thing, as always. My RB is being retarded here, and pathfinding is great in this game. My RB can't seem to get around this bench and lamppost or light post. So my RB's already too late, obviously. But here's the Banshees. I probably should have stasis, but whatever. I didn't want to get clipped. And the Banshees are heading back, so there's really no reason for my RB to be up here at this point. So I believe here I recall. Yeah, I believe I recall to rage these Banshees down because we have a bunch of Wolverines there, and they don't we have enough tanks to fight off the Gauss, so it should be good. Here I get a nice stasis. I have about 7 vamps, and I stasis about 6 Banshees, and I'm raging. So this was a big turn in the game here because Metaloid just lost almost all of his Banshee numbers. He has maybe 3 or 4 left, but that's not significant at all when we have a couple of vampires. I mean, Wolverines and vampires now. And also at this point, we don't need to build any more Wolverines. We can go just straight tanks now because I do have some vampire numbers out. So again, they're on a double base, but once again they're on a single base Gauss. So he's single pumping Gauss, and we're double pumping tanks most likely. So sorry, took a little sip of my drink. So it looks like we're just gonna push up here to with our mass PT army to push up and win, but it's not gonna be that simple, obviously, because there's still 3 more minutes left. They did take this base back, but it's gonna instantly die, let's be honest. And so their only option really right now is to base trade us, which is what they end up doing because they don't have too much of an army to fight ours. Here's their Gauss, so I'm obviously just gonna rage. They do drop another D-bomb, which is unfortunate for us. They're gonna kill my RB, and I try to get a recall. I don't, so I'm gonna DQ a vamp to instantly queue up my RB because I know that they're gonna try and stop my RB from coming out. So Batman does a nice job of splitting his tanks here. He has maybe 4 4 or 5 tanks on offense, and he's sending back about 4 and a wolf. So now here their banshees, they're gonna start shooting down my shield and try and stop this RB from coming out. If we didn't send anything back, we probably would have lost this game, and obviously we won this game because I don't think anyone really uploads losses unless they're tournament games. So here I'm just knocking down their banshees numbers, trying to avoid their Goss. Marby's about like 3/4 of the way out now, I think, or halfway, I'm not sure. But obviously he's not going to get out. He's about 3/4, and they're going to kill the temple. But we do get a nice Mac, kill 2 Warthogs, and now we have 3 tanks back here to defend my base. I'm going to stasis these banshees, get a nice stasis on them. They don't have too many numbers anymore. Just watching their Goss to avoid getting shot, my Vamp shot by their Goss. And we did kill their main, Yellow's main, and we're about to kill Metaloid's main, and they haven't killed any of our bases. The only thing they did was stop my RB, but that was really the thing they had to do, because if they didn't, then obviously we would have won the game just by me raging out all their Goss. So one more thing, if you guys haven't already checked out the Halo Wars Legion's website that Topher and Limits made, I'm guessing. I'll have a link in the description, but they basically made a revamp of the Halo Wars Legion's website, so everyone should go sign up there if you play Halo Wars, or if you are interested in getting into it, which I don't really know many people who are, because it's a pretty dead game at this point. But yeah, have a good day and enjoy the game. I just wanted to add that obviously I am back recording because thanks to Metaloid and Knife Pro's help, I did get my recording software back up and running, but it still sometimes doesn't work. Like occasionally it will black screen and it won't work, but most of the time it does. So I won't have too much recordings. For the people that didn't know, I was on medical for the time that I started my channel, basically until about 2 months ago or a month and a half ago. So I was basically not doing anything, and I had a bunch of time to play video games and record. But now that I'm off medical, I tore my ACL, and it's all better now. So I am back in sports and in school, and so I won't have too much time to record. But hopefully I can get a couple games here and there and upload, because I do enjoy uploading. But yeah, so again, have a good day, and hopefully I can get some more games.